it's you that's hexed my fucking shit.
No.
I'm gonna blame you.
It doesn't. You're pissed.
I'll be pissed because I've been waiting for this for forever. Anyway, October Red Boxing here with Dillian Whyte.
Aye.
You know how many people have been asking for this to happen with me and you?
You know what? Sorry, it's taking a long time. I know a few times I still didn't do it, but all this running and things happen and then leave the venue and then, but yeah. But see, my man, I said I was gonna do it, and here I am.
How are you? And what have you been up to, more importantly?
I'm good, just been training, taking life easy. Have a bit of downtime. Now I got the fight I didn't go, to be honest. Now I want to get back fighting now, obviously, you know what I mean? I'm not getting younger. You know, I want to just finish my last stage of my career in a high, get some good fights and fight all these guys and crack on, you know?
It's reflecting on the fight that you had with Tyson Fury. I just want your honest feedback, your honest opinion, having watched it back, because I know you're not one of these fighters that's going to run away from watching the fight back. Give us your thoughts, your breakdown on how the fight went.
The fight I wasn't my normal self, you know, obviously. Sometimes in fight, things happen in life and, you know, sometimes you should be in one place that you're not in and whatever, obviously, you know what I mean? There's a lot of controversy in the fight. British Boxing Board of Control and WBC rules state if a fighter goes down after the bell, you're not allowed to wave the fight off. The fighter needs time, be allowed time to get up, go to his corner, get checked up by a doctor, see if he's fit to continue, and then the fight goes on. And obviously, got hit with a good punch, but I was rocked. It's boxing. I've been down before in fight and got back up. Obviously, I got clocked, and I got full-on two-on pushes, two-on push like that. People are going to say I made excuses or whatever. If it was the other way around, I did the Fury, there'd be a big controversy. But that's life, you know. In life, you get lemons, you make lemonade, or you just fucking throw them away. So, you know, I've been pissed about the fight, but it is what it is. Heavyweight division is 1 or 2 fights can be back in position to have a rematch with him again. You never know what happens. There's heavyweight boxing, you know, and obviously I'm still one of the biggest draws in heavyweight boxing. So let's see what happens.
We are always guaranteed to get entertaining fights with you. One of the things that we do look forward to is the pressers. I know you and Fury, you know each other, you've worked together before, so that kind of like to and fro, maybe a bit of aggy banter. We didn't get it, and we really wanted to see that.
You know what? It's not every time.
Yeah, I get it.
It's very hard for me alone to. He give other fighters shit. He didn't give me no shit. He fought other fighters aggressively. He didn't fight me aggressively. So that tells you something about me and about him, because it tells that he respects me. You understand? So it's someone should respect. I'm not disrespect them. You know, I was very respectful in the fight, as well as he was in the build-up, you know. So it's very hard for me to go and start throwing stones at someone who's not doing anything, you know what I mean?
And we move to the fight, the game plan. Everybody knows your nickname, it's Maximum Violence. That's what we expected to see as soon from the get-go. Yeah. You came out southpaw. Talk to us a little bit about that.
That was a bit of a mindfuck, obviously, you know what I mean? That was his plan, so I did what he wasn't expecting me to do before he did what I was expecting him to do. So it's just a little bit of a mindfuck, and obviously, you know, I've always been able to, I'm ambidextrous, so I can use both hands, you know what I mean? A lot of people don't know that about me, so you know, it's not something that I practice, but I was like, oh, fuck it, have a bit of fun, you know what I mean? Have a bit of fun, you know, so everyone makes out Tyson Fury this boogeyman and this killer, but to me, you know, it was having a bit of fun, wherever, you know.
So the game plan going into it, can you talk to us about, I know like you said, there's a possibility you might fight him again, but what was the game plan? Because I was one of these that was scratching my head.
To see the first, obviously, he's tall. There's no doubt. He's got a lot of range. He's got inches on me, well, in one department anyway. I'm not sure in another department, but yeah, you know, so it was very tricky to, you know, obviously, and to prepare for someone like him was difficult because I had Southpaw sparring partners, Orthodox sparring partners, quick guys, strong guys. You never know what he was going to do, because in the last few fights he showed aggression and coming forward. He didn't do it in my fight, you understand? So it was a very tricky fight to prepare for, because what I kind of prepared for didn't happen. And then my plan is to always go back to being offensive, because that's my best defense. But the plan was to see at the early rounds, see what's going on, dial into it, and then start mounting the assault in the later stages of the fight, which, but no, in hindsight, I should have probably mounting the assault early in the fight. But this is boxing. Boxing, you got a split second to make 10 decisions. You know, sometimes you might pull the wrong one out. That's just how it goes. Heavyweight boxing is just like that.
I will say that because, like you said, we saw him come out quite aggressive in the last couple of fights. And this time he took his time, and I thought, here we go.
You have respect for me as a person. I'm a punching power as well. you know.
Or do you think he was trying to play his mind games in the ring?
No. He definitely respects my punching power because he knows he felt my punching power with 18-ounce gloves before. So even he himself will tell you, he's not stupid. He's not running to punches from me and get knocked out. You know what I mean? And obviously I pick good punches as well. You know.
With the coaches then, because you know what it's like out there. We've got the power of social media now. We've got the microphones in the corner, and you get a lot of backlash about the corner. Everyone was saying, what on earth are the corner doing? We've even heard it just as recent as the other week when AJ had his fight as well. What did you think about the feedback on the corner?
I didn't really listen to that. I don't really have time for that. You know, obviously, opinions are like us, so everyone's got one and they have different smells. So, you know, it's to pick them and choose them, you know, whatever you like. So, that's it.
I know you're saying that you're waiting for fight news, and I am one of them that's definitely looking forward to seeing you back out again. I followed you from the AJ fight. That fight, I followed you all the way through. There's been rumbles about Triple D, Daniel Dubois, and I just want you to explain, if that was a fight you were to take, what is the benefit of taking that fight?
Listen, that fight is not one that, there's no done deal and no fight for me. You know, I don't know who I'm fighting, where I'm going, what I'm doing yet, you know, but I want to fight the best guys. He's got a real title, so he's one of the best guys, you know what I mean? Obviously, he's a real champion. I want to become a real champion, so if I was going to take the fight, that's all that fight is for. It would be just that. You know, it's not because I want kudos, no, just to get the belt. That's it.
And you coming obviously here to visit, obviously to sit down to watch this cards with Sky. Is there any inclination that you may be moving over to Sky? Because there's lots of rumours about different things.
I've been working with Sky for years. You know, I think the only two channels I've fought on is Sky and BT. I think it's the only two channels I've fought in my whole career. I fought on BT twice. All the rest of my fights have been on Sky. So, you know, so we got a good working relationship. It's years of work and graft. So they invited me to come along. I wasn't doing anything, so I come along. You know, and obviously I wanted to see Dan Azeez's fight as well because Dan's always someone that's always supported me. And he always send me messages before my fight and after my fight. You know, I can show you now on my phone, you know.
We definitely like to see that. And Dan Azeez has put on a really good performance in there tonight. Let's have your thoughts on that.
It was good. I think both men felt well. Obviously, Shakin was sharp and he was throwing more power punches. But Dan's a grinder. Dan just grinds you down. He looks like he's not hitting that hard and he's not doing that much. But when you see the guy's face in between the rounds, you're like, the fuck's going on here? What punches did he hit him with? So, you know, obviously he hits hard. And Dan's a grafter. He will graft. And I like Dan. Dan was one of the ones that I was actually meant to manage. But a few things happened and it didn't go down. But you never know. We might still work together in the future, you know. But Dan, I like Dan a lot. He's a good guy.
Where do you see him going through next with his career? Because obviously he's got the British. Do you think he'll defend it again or do you think he'll push forward?
I don't know. You know, obviously it's a dangerous division he's in. There's some good guys in there. So I don't know. You know, what do you do? Do you defend the British title? Do you take a risk and step up and fight one of the higher level guys? You know what I mean? You know, he probably can have a defense against Lyndon Arthur or someone like that. That's a good fight. You know, Anthony Yard is busy waiting for Bivol. Who else is there? Callum Johnson, Buapsi, you know, obviously, them guys is chasing. Is it Callum Johnson or is it
Smith?
No, Callum Johnson. Yeah, he's the light heavyweight one. You know, obviously, if this fight Anthony Yard fall through, that'd be a good fight. That'd be a good fight for Yard as well as he's saying. So I don't know. It depends. He's got lots of options. I'm happy to see guys from my neighborhood that's come up from nothing and have options like that. I'm happy for Dan. He's got loads of options. I'm glad hopefully he makes some money, whatever he decides to do, you know.
And as a professional yourself, having waited so long to obviously get that world title shot, and then obviously you lose the fight, mentally then, how do you deal with that to say, you know what, I've still got to keep going because it's something that I want to do?
I've never been a quitter in life, you know. I've always had things hard in life. I never had anything given to me easy, so the only thing I know to do, the best thing I know to do is to be persistent, be stubborn, never give up, and keep trying. I'm not going to make 1 or 2, 3 defeats. You know, it doesn't change anything for me. You know what I mean? Obviously, it did change certain things to a certain degree because now I need to be a lot more careful and be a bit more meticulous with my prep and other things on my team and have a bit more of a say in what I do and whatever. So, but I'm used to coming back and swimming in high tide. So it doesn't really change nothing for me. I mean, if anything, it makes me want to go back to my old ways of being an aggressive kind of a guy and being that bully and being that bullish kind of person that I've always been, because I got a lot of power in both hands, but sometimes you get tied up in fucking trying to box and trying to do this and trying to do that, but sometimes you waste a lot of energy overthinking things, you understand?
Yeah, well, it makes perfect sense. So when can we expect to see you out? I'm hearing, what, November?
End of November, early December. We don't know it, honestly. You know, people think I'm lying when I say that, but we actually don't know it, you know, obviously. We don't see, my team is very meticulous and they care only about, they don't care about how much money I make, what I do. They just care about me being healthy and I'm making a good life for myself and changing me and my family's life, which is something that's, it's priceless, and it's unbelievable that someone like me have people like that around me, you know, from where I come from and my life story. So they're taking their time. I trust them. They're taking their time and seeing everything. Then they say to me, listen, this is the plan. And then I'll sit down and then I'll see, you know, obviously I got to say as well, I'll say, oh, well, it's the plan, but can we try and do this and that? So I'm waiting for them to give me the call and then we'll meet and then we sort stuff out. So hopefully end of November, early December, I'll be ready anyway.
And your thoughts then on your old foe, Anthony Joshua, your thoughts on his performance the other week with Alexander Usyk?
You know what? You know, it's hard to say, man. I think he did the best he could, but I think Usyk underperformed, and I think Joshua also underperformed because he only did the game plan they were supposedly working at for 2 rounds. I don't get it. You can't be tired after 2 rounds of doing the game plan that you work 3-4 months on. It's impossible.
Break it down when you say 2 rounds. Talk to me.
I think 9 and 10 was what he really showed. What I was at 8 and 9. He really showed what the game plan was, what they was working on. Why did it take him 8 rounds to increment that game plan? You understand? Why did it take him 8 rounds? It's like, I don't know. It's like there's something mentally in his head that's stopping him from exerting himself to that level. And then when he got to that level of exhaustion, he didn't want to listen. There's been fights where I've been tired. There's seen fights where, you know, when I fought Parker, I had a broken rib and broken hand. No one know that. I went into the fight. I came in way heavy because I couldn't train for 3 weeks at that camp. You know what I mean? That's why I come in so heavy, you know, because I couldn't train. I couldn't do nothing. When your rib goes and your hand goes, you can't really do nothing. I did basically. I was tired. In the last one, I knew I was ahead on points. So I was like, fuck that. This ain't good enough. I want to try and knock him out. I'm going to press the fight. I pressed the fight and I got knocked down, but I'm not scared to take chances. I'm not scared to be... When I fought Cesaro, I was exhausted the first time. That's the first time I went 12 rounds, but for every 2 punches, I was throwing 3 and 4, you know. You can't be scared and worried about getting tired and exerting yourself, you know.
And then obviously we've got the return of Deontay Wilder, who's fighting Robert Helenius. I believe that's... Okay, talk to me about that.
Listen, I fought Helenius years ago. I beat him. I lost 1 round to Helenius. Everyone said, Helenius is garbage, and then look what he's come back and done. He's knocked all these guys out, you know what I mean? He's coming off a 2-3 fight win streak, knockout top prospects. But I told people, Helenius is a good fighter, and he can hit. He's one of those guys, if you get him on a good day, you got problems. If you get him a bad day, then he can be a bit negative, you know, obviously. And he did the right thing against me. He's tall and he uses his range, but, you know.
Do you think that's a good, like, rebuild fights? Because they talk about that. When you have a big loss, they talk about rebuild fights. Do you think that's a suitable one for Deontay?
It's a win-win for him. It's a win-win for him because if he loses, then everyone say, yeah, Helenius was dangerous and at least he took a risk. He come back and fight Helenius out the Fury. If he knocks Helenius out, then he's right back. You know, so it's win-win for him.
Okay, I'm getting... Oh, people are filming. I'm getting stared at. Yeah. Have you got anything that you want to say before you get off?
Thanks to everyone for all the support and stuff, and obviously, thanks to... Hello, mate. No, just thanks to everyone, man, for all the support and being there for me over the years, man. Respect. I'll be back soon, back with a vengeance and a lot of aggression.
We look forward to it. Dillian Whyte, thank you so much for your time, October Red Boxing. Until the next time.
Thank you.
Hi, and thank you for watching October Red Boxing. Like, subscribe, and tap the bell for notifications. You can also find us on Instagram at October Red Boxing and on Twitter, October Red UK. And remember, at October Red, we stay ready.